Hey everyone, thank you for being here. This is your Monday reading. I have not responded. Hi, I'm Holly, psychic medium, energy reader. Um, Very often I just channel straight messages. I use cards as a jumping off point to listen to the voice of spirit. Thank you for being here. Um, I am so overwhelmed and so appreciative of all the comments, and especially when you comment to each other. I love that so much. But I am a little behind. My time is becoming a little strained, and so I am not going to be able to respond all the time and in the same way I did before. So please understand that. But I definitely appreciate all of you being here. I'm still going to do the readings, but time is going to become more and more of a commodity that is precious. So, and I am sorry for that. I try to touch base and check in as much as I can. All right. So, what is the vibe? I like to start out with the energy for the collective. And I love this mug. My little frog with the stars and those almost feel like it's a North Star, but it almost feels like an exclamation mark. And the little toadstools and mushrooms, inside's even green. But when I ask Spirit repeatedly, what is the message for the collective? For Monday and for this whole week, as a matter of fact, because Monday is a pivotal day. It starts off the week, and I'm making this on Sunday, so the day before. And what I heard was stop making excuses. Just stop making excuses. Stop apologizing. More to the point, stop apologizing and do what you need to do to take care of yourself. Period. The end. So understand that it is up to you, and you don't have to apologize for who you are or what you do. And you don't have to make other people feel better by dimming and dulling who you are. That doesn't help anyone. Okay? All right. So, hey, little baby. Mwah. So let's get to it. And I just heard my favorite phrase that I always used to use when I would talk to people about things that when things would get a little tight. It would be just get to it and get through it. Get to it and get through it. So cheers, everyone. And if your sleep patterns have been off, and just because if I'm not responding, you can still respond to each other on this channel. I love when you do that, when you support each other. There's a core group of you that I am always so happy when I see your name or your YouTube name, and when you respond to each other, I am so happy about that. Because we all need a place where we can come and trust. And if I ever see anything that is mean-spirited or negative, which I have not had to do, which is huge, that I have not had to do that but maybe 3 times. And so, but yeah, I won't even say anything. I'll just delete it so that you guys aren't burdened by seeing something that's unpleasant. And, it's just the way it is. So, let's see. The deck opened up. Oh, I'm using the Ideals Tarot, and it's Knight of Swords. Yeah, this is someone who's getting to it. Sorry. This is someone who's getting to it and getting through it. Okay? This is someone who is not making any excuses or apologies, and this is someone who's just saying, all right, you want to see what I got? Here's what I got. Yeah. Sometimes we can be so nice and accommodating. And this isn't everyone. There are a lot of people in our lives that are wonderful, that we need to hold on to with everything we've got. But there are some people who are on the fringe and just like to watch and do this battle with you. What is that? Yeah. 5 of Wands. Yeah. Stop making excuses for those people who only want to use you. Stop making excuses for those people who don't have your best interest at heart. And show them who you are. They'll figure it out. You know what stops a bully? When you stand up to them and say, I don't care. I don't care what you've got. I don't care what you think you can do. There's some really nasty people in this world, and there are some equally wonderful people in this world. So just understand that. And you don't have to say yes to anything or anyone just because you're trying to keep the peace. And you all, I don't even know where this is coming from today, but I just woke up supercharged and like ready to take it on. Ready. Like I'm that knight with the sword on the horseback today, and I don't even know why. So it's coming from somewhere. This is coming from somewhere. Let's see if we can get to the bottom of it. I don't know if this is, I think this is just in general, but it does feel like it's part of the reading for the collective. So yeah, we need to figure out where this is coming from. All right, one just went flying down on the floor, so I'll get that in a minute. One here. Okay. And on the bottom of the deck, that Nine of Swords again. We need to leave that out. I think that is the dominant theme. Oh. Okay, so the one that fell down on the floor first, King of Swords. Look at those large, dark birds in the background. And then we have the Two of Cups. So perhaps someone, I was right. Okay, this feeling is not just general and not just random. You say what you need to say, and you be the person you need to be. Okay? Because I feel like this is for the collective. So for whomever this is for, and this is a general reading, it's always going to be a general reading, only take what resonates. Whomever this is for, you are in a loving and wonderful partnership with someone, whether it's a parent and a child, a romantic relationship, a friendship, a business partnership. I feel like for some of you specifically, it's a business partnership. But some of you are in some sort of really healthy, wonderful partnership. But there is someone, and male or female, it doesn't matter. It's about the energy on the card, not the gender. But someone is sitting back in the dark, in the recesses, ruminating and stuck in their head, and not holding good thoughts about you because you're in a healthy relationship. What else have we got about that? And again, that could be business partnership, a relationship with a child. I feel like it's those two things predominantly. Someone who has a healthy relationship with a child, and the other person or the other parent is not happy about it because they're a little controlling and freakish. I really, truly, fully get that with this King of Swords card. But again, gender doesn't really come into play. It is about the energy of the card. Please always understand that with tarot or oracle or anything like that too. So it's either going to be that situation, or I do also feel like it's a business partnership. So there's something about money involved. Money is almost always the crux of these things, you know? So let's see. Anything else? Is there anything else that we can be told about this? Mother, Father, God, Spirit, Guides, and Guardians, beloved elementals, all that is right and holy, please come into this space. Help me to understand what is the message for whomever in the collective this is for. Yeah, and I'm already starting to calm down. So I know that I needed to have that flare up as part of this reading. So what's on the top? Yeah, Five of Pentacles. Well, isn't that interesting? Okay, that was just on the top. So I'm asking Spirit, what is that about? Why did I notice that one? And what I'm hearing is that someone is still feeling like they're on the fringe watching, and they're mad about it. They're just mad. Not your issue. Sometimes people get what they put out in the world. You know? So the two cards that flew out in relation to this reading. The first one was the Chariot. So whatever this partnership is, that infinity sign, it's not going anywhere. And both people in this partnership know what's going on. They're getting a download and the insight as to what is going on. but they're not talking about it and they're not making the move on it. Interesting. If they need to, they will. And I believe that's coming extraordinarily soon. The last card that came up, Justice. I like this Justice card. Instead of the scales being balanced, it's coming into center and balance. But with that sword of justice. And the blue, it reminds me of like an Archangel Michael kind of presence. There will be justice. You keep doing what you're doing in this loving partnership, this whatever partnership it is, whether it's with a child, a partner, or a business partner. This person, and I just heard comeuppance, so you know what, they need to watch out and they need to be careful because the jig is up. People know who they are. So you just keep being you. You be that Knight of Swords and you just charge in and do whatever you feel like is in your best interest. Now that is not going into battle necessarily or a war of words, but that could very well be you just simply standing up for yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. All right. We need some clarification. I'm going to use the Light Seers Tarot. That's what I was looking at and where I was drawn. Someone has been trying to invade your dreams at night. And if they succeed, all right, fine. Just understand what's going on. Someone is trying to infiltrate, and that is the correct word, infiltrate, your dream state. That's just something for someone out there. I don't know what that's about for you individually, but if that is the case, ask your guides and your guardians to step in, ask your protection team to step in, and if that's the best they can do, oh well, sorry for them. People, that's a parlor trick. That's what I would call a parlor trick. That's not real power, okay? That's just astrally traveling, tapping into someone's energy. All right, not cool. Now, what is the message about? We need to get a good handle on that King of Swords character that was in the last spread. What can you tell me for the collective about that? And we got 2 cards. Okay. An Emperor and the 8 of Cups. Emperors, in the reverse, they might be that person. But I always read face up because there's always enough cards to show the shadow of things. I do feel like we've got 2 different individuals here. Or if it's the same individual, you've got an Emperor who walked away. So someone is harboring immense jealousy. Someone is harboring ill wishes towards someone else because of lack of control and jealousy. And that can take a lot of forms. Maybe they think business is being affected or finances are being affected. I don't feel like there's any real genuine emotion. Okay, so that King of Swords, what I'm getting, not the Knight, but the King of Swords in that last spread, is harboring disingenuous and feelings and negative thoughts about an Emperor And if you are connected to this, or if you are that emperor, which could easily be an empress, whatever, then that could lead to some of the, so that could lead to a physical deterioration. That could lead to, well, that could lead to a lot of things. Not seeing things clearly. If you feel like you've been in a haze or a daze. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got here. Now, we kind of have the motivation for the person in the last spread sorted out. So let's ask Spirit guides and guardians, sacred selves. What is the message for the emperor or empress, or the knight of swords, or the chariot, the two of cups individual involved in this? Okay. And I'm also hearing collateral damage. Collateral damage. So there's someone in the collective who is simply being riddled with buckshot, is what it feels like, or shrapnel as a side effect, an innocent bystander. If that is you in this reading, let me show you a quick trick. Clap your hands, it shifts the energy. Snap your fingers, it shifts the energy. Shield yourself like that. All you have to do, it could look like you're smoothing your hair. Okay? Cover your heart chakra. People think they need to protect this part. It's actually your heart, because this is the giving, loving, nurturing, in my opinion, part. So when you do that, you are protecting yourself from any negative energies. And call on your teams. Call on your protection team. Call on your spirit team. It's also okay to say, I reject this. I reject this in all directions of time. If you continue with the doomsday, gloom and doom, oh, I'm so pitiful, oh, I'm so blah, 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 that's in the negative, it's giving life to and feeding that energy. Understand that. We're in a pivotal point in our world and in our lives. We have to be very careful with the thoughts we think and where we send our energy and what we give our energy to. Okay? All right, so what is the message for the Two of Cups, Knight of Swords, Chariot aspect of this reading? What advice does Spirit have to give? I think they want me to use another deck. Yeah. They want me to use another deck for that one. Okay. Oh. Okay. They want me to use, oh, this one's coming out though. This one's, when I was trying to put these away, this one card kept coming up to the surface. So they still want me to use another deck and continue that question, but they also want me to show the Three of Cups. This is turn your back on negativity, and what I'm hearing. It's not necessarily what the card means, but it's what I'm hearing. Walk away from negativity and live in a mindset of celebration and victory before you've even won. You may not even have taken on the battle yet, if there is one to take on. You may avoid it entirely by simply being you. But it's up to you and your mindset. Okay? So, I know my energy is really intense today, but this is a really intense reading. This is a really intense reading. I'll be glad to have it out of the way, quite frankly, so that I can get back to my own normal self. I got a lot to do today. Now, celebrate, but turn your back on the negativity of others, and don't even try. You know what? This might sound harsh, but people who don't want to be saved, why are you wasting your energy and putting yourself in the line of fire for someone who doesn't even want to be saved? Why? Okay. All right. Someone who's never even tried? Nah. I'm not giving them anything. And we all know a few people in our lives like that, or on the fringe. I don't have people in my life like that. I have people on the fringe who are connected to other people like that. All right. Now, so let me clear my thoughts out so that I can ask again. Spirit guides and guardians. Come on, little baby, I want you to come down here. What is the advice from Spirit for those in the collective who are the Two of Cups, Chariot, Knight of Swords situation? When you are on that side of it? You're just living your life, trying to do the best you can, and trying to turn your back on the negativity. So what is your advice for Spirit? What is it that you need to tell, or from Spirit? What is your advice from, what is the advice from Spirit? Thank you. For those people. Okay. All right. Bottom of the deck, we got the Chariot again. This also looks like the Strength card to me. So it's, just get ready, because when it's time to take action, you'll know what to do. All right. Also, protect yourself during your dream state, because not only are there others who are trying to infiltrate your dreams and affect you and get information about you in your sleep when you're more vulnerable, but also there's, you are actually astrally traveling. I know I've been doing that. I did that last night. I pushed out of my body and I was floating around doing all kinds of stuff. And that's probably why I'm so over everything today too. So if you are astrally traveling out of your body, and if you're not sure about all that, look it up. There's plenty of resources. But if you are astrally traveling at nighttime and you wake up tired, and not just because you woke up and went to sleep, woke up and went to sleep, that kind of thing. If you actually slept all the way through, but it was just very active, or if you feel like there is another energy in your dreams that when you wake up, you're like, I know that's what was going on. You know, and please don't come from a place there's a fine line between spirit work and paranoia. Okay, so just try to always ask questions and double check and make sure you're on track. But if that is the case, it's time to start setting up safeguards when you go to sleep at night. Okay, ask your protection team to come in, start meditating, get to know them if you haven't. If you wake up and you just are, and you know you need to get up, then get up for a minute and shake that off, and then you can go back to bed. Okay. I know I'm talking a lot about that, but it keeps coming up. All right. And I know there's a lot of astrological stuff going on that is making it easier for these things to happen too. I mean, this is a psychic, medium channel. So of course we're going to talk about all the woo-woo stuff, All right. So you've got here a Knight of Cups. What's he doing? Protecting his heart. Hand on the heart. What were we just doing a minute ago? Okay. And then you have the Queen of Swords. And then you have the Four of Swords. This is that tumultuous nighttime I was talking about. So what you can do is shield, guard, protect your heart. The heart chakra. Because that is where, it is your place of sensitivity where you want the best for all, and not all people want the best for you. And then you have so before you go to bed at night, get your protection team around, protect yourself and your heart chakra. And then Queen of Wands. Remember your value, remember your worth, remember your fire. And the Four of Swords. Get rest when and where you can. Get rest when and where you can. Because if you have to take a nap during the day, then that might be the best time for you to get the solid sleep you need. All right. That's a lot of random stuff. Spirit, I want to go straight to you and ask, what is the message? Because I don't want to interpret on face value, but that was, okay, so that was pretty accurate. So what is the message for the collective? This is kind of all over the place. And what does this say about the week? Is this indicative about the energies? They're just saying get ready for a big week. So I think this is going to be a week, this coming week. You may have to stand up for yourself, and you may have to be clear with me so I know what to say, Spirit. I'm hearing a song that I haven't heard in a long time. It's by the Dixie Chicks. I'm not ready to make nice, and I'm not ready to back down. Now, that doesn't mean go look for a fight at all. Never. But what it means is you may need to stand up for yourself. You may need to say what you need to say. If this is not your reading, good for you. Hopefully it'll be a little more peaceful. But I have a feeling for a whole lot of people, you may need to stand up and say what needs to be said. Because I think someone's going to try to push a button this week. Not like we haven't already had a whole bunch of them pushed, but that's a whole different arena. In your personal life and things that will affect you personally, I feel like so if you get triggered by something this week or someone triggers you, understand it's time for you to show up in your full power and your full strength. Now, again, this is general. It will not resonate and cannot and should not resonate with everyone. Here's what I am hearing and they want me to say. And when I say they, I mean spirit guides, guardians, all of the loved ones around us. One, call on your ancestors. They want to help you. Okay? They want to help you. And what I am hearing, and this is predominantly from the voice of ancestors, you are strong enough. You know what you're doing. You can impact and affect change by your thoughts and actions. But you have to start with the thought pattern first. Your ancestors are stepping in and saying, you are strong enough. This may help you to understand them a little bit when they were alive, and some of them you didn't even know, but maybe you heard stories about. When you think about the things they had to live through, okay, and also right now someone is getting like through my nasal passages, up through my forehead and the front of my forehead and wrapping around this way. It feels like that kind of headache kind of closing in. So if someone has been getting a lot of headaches, it might be time to go see the doctor. It could just be stress. Okay, I'm also hearing that there is a connection to that and someone who passed on. So someone's coming through with the message. And very often in mediumship, if you're a physical medium, and I am, you will feel things and you will feel what they felt at the point of their exit so that it helps you to understand how they passed and how to identify them. So this is someone who I was asking, because it doesn't feel like any kind of aneurysm, stroke, anything like that. It feels like it was a blow. So someone received a blow of some sort, a big impact right in the front. It was a couple. Oddly, this is a tough one. The one that I'm I'm feeling the passing of is not the one that I'm getting the information from, because they both passed, but at different points. It was a male and a female. The female is the one giving me the information. The male is the one that passed from the impact. And I heard Bolshevik, so I think they were in Russia. And that would have been, what, around the turn of the century, I think? I'm not sure. I'm not up on that part of history. And in that part of the world. She is saying, and they are together now, and they're fine, they've crossed over, they're transitioned, the whole thing. But she is the one that was very vocal. He was the one that was there and happened to take the brunt of the impact. And it was very cold. But she is saying, this is a hard message, you all. I hope if you don't want to listen to this part, I'm issuing the trigger now. But what she is saying is that they are both now disgusted and dismayed with what is happening. They worked so hard and fought so hard only to this is not what they wanted, and they're just saying it's wrong. So what I'm getting, and this is just two voices or one voice with a second person with her, among many from different parts of the world. These ancestors are coming in saying, we accomplished so much. You are capable of more than you give yourself credit for. Understand that. So that is the message. They are stepping in and they will help you, but you have to ask. There's nothing light and fluffy about this one. But they cannot all be light and fluffy. Anything else? Find your fire and know what you're capable of. That motivation for you to find your fire in your own personal life, whether it's with something that affects you immediately in just your life or something that affects numerous people or your whole family or whatever, they can help you find that ability and that fortitude within. When I say find your fire within, that's the same thing as find your fortitude and your strength. It means the same thing, okay? All right. Okay, I am going to get started with things I got to do today. And I'm asking Spirit to keep with the motivation to help us understand how strong we are, but this one was a particularly difficult reading to do. I can feel my heart race. I've a little breathless. So I'm asking if the next one can be a little easier, a little lighter. So, and also I am going to try to make a short about death walking. People who are newer to the channel, I know, may have been asking questions about what is that, especially when my uncle came through and just took over a bunch of people. They were not soldiers. I said they looked like soldiers marching through. They were not. Some of them might have been, but they were just people who were choosing to not go into the light. That was a video from last week. But they were happy to go through, and they were going fast in a line. They were moving through fast. So there's it just made me dizzy again. So there are big changes coming. And there's a whole lot that's going to be coming in from the other side here pretty soon. So don't be surprised if your internal knowing or mediumship picks up. And no, it is not going to be all happy, light, fluffy kind of messages because that's not where we are right now. Okay. Sometimes it will be. And other times it's just going to be this is what they need us to hear. Okay. All right, everyone. Sending you love and gratitude. Be well. Be safe. This is not meant to scare anybody. This is simply a call for you to understand how strong you are. It's meant to be empowering. It is meant to empower you. Remember who you are and remember your strength. That is the whole message. All right, everyone. I will talk to you soon, and we are going to get through this week, and by the end of it, I think it's going to look like a very different, we're going to have a very good picture of where we are. This is one of those pivotal weeks where it's like, oh, today is, you just kind of have to gear up for it, but we are going to come out stronger and better. We just needed to be reminded how strong we are and how much we can overcome and how much we can do. All right? All right, everyone. Sending love to you. Be well, be safe, be careful, and we can do this. Thank you.